Also tonight, cabbie wanted. A New Orleans cab driver is accused of soliciting sexual favors from a female passenger in exchange for a ride home last month. The woman was ultimately left stranded on the side of the road, and police want to find that cab driver. WDSU reporter Casey Ferran tells us what police say happened and how the city council is pushing for more taxi reform.
Camille, cab drivers are like the ambassadors to the city. They're typically the first and last person that a tourist sees when they're in town. Now, one council member says that he hopes with current and continued reform efforts that crimes like this will be prevented in the future. New Orleans police say 21-year-old Saqib Shahzad was driving a yellow cab on November 8th around 5:30 in the morning. That's when a 21-year-old woman told police she flagged him down at the corner of Bourbon and Iberville. The victim says the driver agreed to take her halfway to her destination in Lacombe for $20. Police say the cab driver then told her if she performed a sexual favor, he would drive her all the way home. When the victim refused, the driver pulled over and offered her $80 in cash to perform the sexual act. Police say eventually she got out of the cab and was left stranded on the roadway.
Of course, it's deeply concerning when something like that happens, especially while we're trying to wrap our hands around this first phase and the reactions from the first phase of taxi cab reform.
In a city where taxi cab reform has come with protests, bickering, and lawsuits, City Councilman Jason Williams says it's ultimately designed to improve public safety.
Hopefully, the measures that were taken on the front end in terms of taxi cab reform, in terms of recording exchanges in the cab, in terms of knowing who that driver is and how that information is collected. That information is very helpful, could be very helpful to the police in terms of getting to this individual.
It seems to be working. Detectives learned of Shahzad's identity through the help of the Taxi Cab Bureau. Williams says the Transportation Committee will be considering more reform measures in the first quarter of the new year to further protect citizens and the transportation industry.
Making sure that, transportation has a certain public safety requirement that, we may have ignored for the past couple of decades, which time to get all of that up to the most current best practices and standards.
But he urges the actions of one driver is not a reflection on the entire industry.
Well, I can tell you there's a number of good cab drivers that I talk to all the time. Folks over at United, Yellow Cab, there's a lot of good, hard-working folks, Coleman Cab, that have been doing this for years, and they are the ambassadors to the city.
Now, a Yellow Cab employee tells us that Shahzad is a contract worker with their company, and he has not driven a cab with them for at least 3 weeks. Now, when he is arrested, he will be charged with pandering, extortion, and theft. On your side, I'm Casey Ferran, WDSU News.
The NOPD now has an arrest warrant for 21-year-old Shahzad in connection with the investigation. Anyone with information is urged to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 822-1111.